Okay, now we're back on again. I'm just going to show you what it looks up like with it covered. Put the pads in place. That was some carpet I got at a Target. It's kind of rubbery on the back, and I actually glued it. Use a little trowel and put a special carpet glue on the back of each piece of plywood, and then tacked it too with some staples on the reverse side. And so, anyway, so that's put in place. Now, if I back up, you can see my floor. These are some black and white plastic tiles that I saw for sale on eBay, and then I went up going to the company's website, and you basically got $2 a piece in them. Time to get to the door. As far as freight goes, you actually got a little ramp thing. You probably can't see the little ramp edge here at the end of the trailer, and so it gives you a nice little bevel. Okay, let me go back in here to the front. I did something I hadn't seen before here. I don't know if anybody's done it, but I will put 3 shelves here in the front, and basically I strung up some aircraft cable, really tiny, maybe it might have been a 1/16 inch, the smallest thing I could get, and so I used some turnbuckles to keep the tension on it, and you can see the little U-clamps, and it helps when you put these turnbuckles on. If you put them all turned the same way, so that if you say from this angle, if you turn it clockwise, it's tightening, not loosening. But anyway, because if you do them different, then you get confused. You think you're tightening, and all of a sudden the cable comes loose. But anyway, on the 2-inch tubing, you can see I've got a little fastener, a padded type loop thing, and then I've got the 1-inch steel ring that you get at a hardware store. Now, so you'll know what I used. There's a CarQuest part number ST70. Is that little where is it right here? There it is right there. Maybe you can see that. That doesn't come with the ring. The ring is a 1-inch ring from a local hardware store. Okay, and I'll also use 12x1 hex head self-drilling screws, pretty much. And one thing I found worked really good is as far as finding, I was really worried about finding where the studs are, but I found out this is a powerful neodymium, whatever magnet. You can kind of just take these magnets and you can find out where your studs are, so that when you drill, you'll hit them. So that works out really good. By the way, this is a little towel rack I got off Amazon, some kind of wire towel rack. For a trash can holder here, I took a yardstick, as you can see, stuck it in my vise, and predetermined where I want to bend it. And so I got a space saving up there in the air, a little miniature trash can just for a little stuff. I got this from Lowe's, a little simple trash can holder. Dollar Tree got a little sweeping broom there. Got a fire extinguisher. You know, if you have a fire, one of these planes, speed control, battery, whatever gets too hot, you could lose all your stuff. So didn't want that to happen. Down here at the bottom, that's my flight box. It's got my radio in the bottom. It's got a bunch of goodies in the top. Right beside that, which is just an old ammo box. I don't know how well this is coming up, but you got my batteries in there. All right, and then come back on this side, and I built a little holding gizmo here on the bottom. This is 1x12 shelving board, and I've got 2 dividers in it. I got one right here to end where my cooler goes. I got another section here. These are for my 2 chairs, little chairs I take out and sit in, stadium type chairs or whatever. And then I've got a long piece here. This is my this is an umbrella that attaches to the hitch receiver on a truck, and I got to have a hitch receiver welded to the back end of this vehicle here. Getting back to my shelving, I kind of jumped off that. That's Coroplast. Yeah, it's a good idea to take some cardboard and make you a template. And you got somebody in the sign business, you can get some Coroplast, just plastic, corrugated cardboard almost, but it's plastic, like I said. And it makes a good shelf. It doesn't weigh anything. It doesn't take up much space. I actually got a plane up there on top too that I hand built. But anyway, so that takes very little space, and that works good. Also, if you use a grommet tool, you can make these little grommets in here, and they really clamp down well. And then a little Velcro right there, Velcro straps to lock it in so it doesn't slide around. And I got a little bit more customization to get my planes on there, give you an idea. if you look over here, there's a Sky Surfer, the standard 54-inch model, and also the Super Sky Surfer, I guess is what you call it, but it's the one that's about almost 8 foot wingspan. I think it's 94 inches maybe, something like that. But anyway, and what I did, you can see that bracket on the bottom from a regular hardware company, like you'd use to hang up maybe a bicycle or something. And what helps good to use those is to take liquid hand soap and take that Nerf noodle thing that you buy at people play with in swimming pools and you buy at your local store. Just twist it on there and till you get it ready to stop, and then wipe up the excess soap. And then when it sets, it'll be on there tightly, so that works good. On this other wall, you see I got a number of planes. Those predominantly, all but one, I think up there were brackets, or maybe two brackets that I got at the Dollar Tree. And here's a bracket. Let's see, where am I? There's a little bracket there. There's 5 of these in a pack. Of course, they don't have the padding on it. For $1 at Dollar Tree. They work really good for these planes. You can bend them. They're not that strong. See how it stayed where I bent it, but these planes don't weigh anything, so it'll go back. And I've got a camper tape foam. It's what you use when you put a camper shell on the back of a pickup truck and you don't want the camper shell to grind into the paint. So you put this on the bottom edge of the camper shell, prevent that. So I got 2 layers of that. One of them, I noticed this one, when I lift it off, it was taking some of the paint with it, so I'm going to have to coat that foam with maybe some masking tape or something so it won't stick to the paint. But other than that, they're working great. So this is pretty much it. I used another brackets right here for my radian, hold it down. I used a little bit different bracket there for this big plane I bought at the deal. I don't even know what you call it. It says high tech, but that's just talking about the type of servos. I use a little Velcro here to help tighten up the fuselage so it doesn't just fall, and so that's a good technique. And I don't know if there's anything else to tell you. I'll back up so you can see overall what it looks like. Like I said, I got my cooler right there, and so I got well, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right now I've got 8 planes on that right hand wall. I only got 2 right there. I got room to get more. I've got basically 3 in the front, not counting the other one. I've got a lot of planes that are in boxes, little miniature micro flyers that'll fit on top of that shelf there, and maybe put a restraining strap or something. Note on bungee cords, I got bungee cords right here. Bungee cords, well, what I've told her, the #1 way you can have eye damage. So the #1 way to put people dead eye damage. So if you use any, I would suggest putting very little tension on them, use them only sparingly, and then be very careful. Okay, guys, I think this is it. I've been real pleased with that. I also tell you guys I was going to put some polyurethane on my doors, and I did, and they're a whole lot more slick looking, darker looking than they were. I think this one's more glossy than the other, but I put the polyurethane sealant like on here that so if it gets a little rain on it, won't mess it up. And I also put a heavy coat on the floor here before I put this tile down. So guys, that's it. That's my 7x12, and got it like I wanted. And I hope when you get ready to do one, you'll be able to get it the way you want it for your flying fun. Have a good one, and be careful. All right, thank you. Rick out.